I think empathy training with a senior population is of the utmost importance. A lot of times the agents or the advocates that we have that are working in the organization are young. They're just kind of starting their career.
Right.
And so how do you really channel the clientele that you're serving? So in your 20s, in your 30s, how do you really kind of personify this member as being, a parent, a grandparent, your favorite elderly neighbor? How do you listen for understanding? How do you recognize that there may be hearing challenges or a language barrier? How do you acknowledge, a concern that somebody comes in? So they call in, they're a little upset, they're trying to navigate a very complex organization. How do you acknowledge, validate, de-escalate, and then solve a particular issue, right? And I think when you're starting your career, that's a muscle that maybe needs to be massaged a little bit. And so we have done a lot of simulation training in that respect. So how do you run a simulation? How do you listen to really good calls? How do you kind of pull out really strong behaviors and then practice that in a safe spot? So whether it's in the training component or a nesting, which is a term that we use when you're out of formalized training, but you're not fully on the production floor. So it's a little bit hybrid. You're taking a few phone calls, but then you come back into the training environment and talk about what those calls look like. Were you, able to navigate that appropriately? And even sometimes taking the client call scripts that we get, client calls with this particular problem, this is how you solve it, interjecting some of that empathy prompts to make sure that you're really, kind of reminding that agent to really engage in a meaningful way.